Dango, as the question remains on whether President William Ruto is going to make it to second term or one term is inevitable for him. The president is working. The president is not even sleeping, but conveying delegation to State House. Now the question is State House a campaign podium for the president, or the people attending State House meetings are just Kenyans going for something called back days as mchele and nyama? Dango, this is Real Talk Republic podcast all the way from Kiafrica Studios. And now let us focus on check on how many delegation visits have happened in State House. First, we start with August 17. There was a border team that they received some motorcycles that later they claimed they never saw where they went to. Then August 9th, there was Nairobi youths also. They were given some incentives. Then August 15th, Nyamira and Kisii. And August 29, Meru. September 2nd, Kuria West and Kuria East. Turkana on September 2nd. September 11th, Kisii. September 12th, Muranga. September 13th, 10,000 teachers. Which group are yet to visit President in State House? Maybe doctors and lawyers. Now, Kenyans are asking themselves whether this is the right direction that the president have taken in order to soldier his grounds for 2027's re-elections. Is it a strategy? Now, we are not going to ask ourselves whether the president is misusing taxpayers' money, because on September 13th, when 10,000 teachers visited State House, they were given, President Ruto ended up spending 100 million. So, in this podium, the State House podium, the president spends millions. Of course, we know maybe the president is having this one from the pocket. But does it mean that even before he touches the ground, he makes the moves with his guzzlers, as the united oppositions are doing? President William Ruto is strategizing in State House. What does it mean for the opposition who have started their early campaigns? Does it mean that through this strategy, beating President William Ruto come 2027 is going to be kind of difficult? Yeah, it's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy. I think the advisors of the president, since then, after the mandamanos, are making the president to understand the importance of the youth, importance of the people of Boda. But why are you not yet invited to State House? But President have invited people from Nyamira and Kisii. Not this. According to a recently conducted survey in New York, it stated that the only formidable opponent to President William Ruto is Fred Matiangi. Fred Okengo Matiangi. It means President Ruto had a rating of 24%, while Matiangi was following up closely. Let me get a valid data on this. Then after Matiangi, it was Gachagua receiving at 6%, followed by Raila Odinga receiving at only 4%, and Martha Karua receiving at 1%, with Kalonzo Musyoka receiving at 1%. So President William Ruto have realized that the Gusii votes is much more important for him kuhakikisha like amerudi State House. That's why amewaindia. Ameanza ku convince the people from Kisii. Also, the ground is not ripe for Raila Odinga to control even the whole of Nyanza. Matiangi is the developing kingpin of that region. Now this is the data. The confidential report, survey from UK and New York that was hired showed that Ruto is at 21% of maintaining his seat as the President of the Republic of Kenya, followed closely. The closest opponent is Fred Matiangi at 18%. and Kalonzo at 11%, Raila 4%, Karua 1%, Gadi 4%, and Naitembea 6%. Now, what of Murima? There is happenings that have happened in Murima in the midst of waiting for the by-elections. That's why you can see in this group, or the list that I've read out, Meru, the representatives or delegation from Meru and Muranga are following up, and much have been done from Murima. You saw Ngumi Mbwekse, Mimi Fire, See Fire happening. Now that is first happenings that have been happening, that it's being alluded or alleged that State House have been turned into a campaign podium. What next? Now, everyone has ambitions. Everyone are dreaming towards something better for them. In the beginning, Minji dreamt of becoming a cabinet secretary, and it happened. Then he continued dreaming to be a governor. Then it happened. Then later on, after serving 2 terms, Minji is telling the people of Kirinyaga, now I want to be your next senator. What are the response of the people of Muranga? The people of Muranga are telling Minji, time is over and he needs to go home. Now, from CS to governor, that's a progressive movement. But now, from governor to a senator, how do you call this? If many senators, a lot of senators are dreaming to become county governors, if the roles are over for politicians, man, we need to appreciate. We need to appreciate the time given. We need to take into the mentorship of Julius, President Julius Nyerere, and that of Nelson Mandela, where he resigned voluntarily after serving the years. Now in Kenya, they want to have additional of 2 years to serve for 7 years. And then your governors, after serving for 10 years, that is 5 years term, they're now dreaming to become the next senators of the country. I mean, residents of Kirinyaga are now demonstrating, asking Minji to just go home and rest. And they're saying, Minji, time is over for you. You've served us, and then we go. But let us look at the political mantra or sphere of Minji, the way things have gone from Minji. You know, I mean, at one time, when Gachagua was impeached, we thought Minji was becoming the next deputy president, and it never happened. Why don't she dream of becoming the next deputy? Then last, the group was formed to ensure that William Ruto goes home come 2027. Not by the united opposition, but Kenya Moja, who wished that through their formation, they're going to send William Ruto home. But there is a looming betrayal from who? From one of the core principals and member of parliament for Githunguri, that is Wamuchomba. It seems, it is alleged that Wamuchomba is going to betray Kenya Moja. This is according to the statement or whatever was seen during the burial of Kimani Ichung'wah's father, and whatever the statement is said out. But who carries the whole of it on how it's going to flow? First, there is no big picture of future for Kenya Moja, even having their presidential candidate to be against President William Ruto. Why? Team Kenya Moja leaders, two are from Orange, 3 are from Orange Democratic Movement, that is ODM. And they're yet to resign from ODM. And ODM is championing for broad-based government. ODM believe this is the best government for the people of Kenya. Of course, because recently, Raila Odinga said he believes Ruto can transform this country. Not to just to Singapore, but to Korea. It means ODM have already endorsed President William Ruto's second term or re-election. Not until these orange Democratic members resign that Kenya Moja will be able to send President William Ruto home. But without them, we're living in a delusion. This is why Wamuchomba is saying there is no dream here. But where is Wamuchomba positioning herself towards? Maybe to united opposition that one time he said he can't work with. But now, what's remaining is the focus of this way that the united opposition are branding themselves to ensure that they send William Ruto home or they make him want a president. And William Ruto have said this is not the strategy. Even before, William Ruto cannot start campaigning right now because the constitution, he is the president, he should be working. But he does that because he enjoys that. So he opted for state house visitations that you are yet to be invited to, but soon you'll be invited to. Dango, this is Real Talk Republic Podcast, and this is, of course, Arego. Till next time.